Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to give all of our attendees just 60 seconds to dial in. So thank you for joining and sit tight. We'll be starting in just a few moments. Nice. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. Well, welcome to our Opportunity to Connect info session with MillionBound today, powered by Entrepreneurs Forever. My name is Aaliyah Bunch. I'm the Director of MBE Services here at Eastern Minority Supplier Development Council. So I will welcome everyone to come to our upcoming post-certification webinars if you're certified, so that you could get to learn a little bit more about what we do in MBE services and how we can help service your business and help you meet some of your council goals. Today, we have our Entrepreneurs Forever team, and I am excited to invite you guys so we can learn a little bit more about our partnership with Entrepreneurs Forever. So we have Tristina Cash, our Executive Vice President. She'll go ahead and tell you guys a little bit more about the BNAP program and introduce our speakers for today, Marlon and Shelly. And they will get you guys started on our wonderful info session on their peer-to-peer program. Tristina?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I am Tristina Cash, and welcome to this webinar about MillionBound. It is powered by Entrepreneurs Forever, and as Aaliyah said, we are with the Eastern Minority Supplier Development Council. We're primarily known for working with our minority businesses. However, we were fortunate to receive a grant from the YWCA of Greater Pittsburgh, which is also where I hail from, to actually begin to set up our Business Navigator Accelerator program, which we refer to as BNAP or as EMSDC Mosaic. And the plan is for us to work with WBEs, which stands for Women-Owned Businesses, as well as minority-owned businesses. And one of our partners is Entrepreneurs Forever, and we're very happy about that. We have a number of other partners, and if you're interested in learning more about EMSDC, Mosaic, or BNAP, please feel free to reach out to us. I'll put my email in the chat. Our other partners are Penn State's Entrepreneurship Assistance Clinic, which is providing free legal assistance to our businesses that are seeking such assistance. Catalyst Connection, Riverside Center for Innovation, Chatham Center for Women Entrepreneurship. We'll also be partnering with Davis Consulting Group, and more than likely there is a group that I have forgotten, and I apologize for that. But we're very excited about this. This program is focused on businesses that are headquartered in Allegheny County. Although EMSDC's territory is all of Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Southern New Jersey. So we're looking to replicate what we're doing here in Allegheny County across our footprint and beyond. And we're very, very happy to be working with Entrepreneurs Forever. I'm going to turn it over to their team so that they can take you further into the discussion. Thank you once again for joining us. And on behalf of our president and CEO, who's actually in London right now, having taken a delegation of MBEs to a conference there to represent international trade, we welcome you to this information session, and we hope that you'll spread the word about what we're doing to fellow entrepreneurs so that they can get involved and get any assistance that they need in order to scale and sustain their businesses. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tristina. Hello, everyone. My name is Marlon. I am a community director with Entrepreneurs Forever. I'm actually located in Buffalo, New York. If there's any Bills fans on this call, maybe not. Most of you might be Pittsburgh fans, but you never know. But I just wanted to really just thank you all for showing up and coming here to learn more about this entrepreneur program that we have partnered with EMSDC. As you've heard, it's called MillionBound, and I'm so excited about it because it's something that's different that we're bringing to entrepreneurs like yourself. And really what it is an owner-led discussion. As you can see in this first slide, we get owners together to learn how to run their businesses together. And so I'm just wanted to talk about myself. I'm just pleased we're going to be able to tell you all about our program. And then at the end, we'll tell you about some things that we offer if you feel like it might not be right for you. And we'll also talk about ways that you can actually join and sign up for our program. And now I'm going to
All right. And I'm Shelly Carduce. I am a facilitator with Entrepreneurs Forever. I'm located in St. Pete, Florida. I do love Pittsburgh, though. I go as often as I get invited from the E Forever team. So I'm really happy to meet you today. What we're going to do is we're going to get you guys off of the behind the scenes. We're going to turn on your videos and cameras. Meg is going to get you into that so that we can meet you all and you can meet each other. Part of these peer-to-peer groups that we do are very intimate, so we want to hear from you. So I'm just going to give Meg a minute to get you on screen with us. All right. So what I'm going to have everybody do is, hold on, let me just wait. There's just a few more rolling in. Looks like we just have one more person that still has an attendee. All right. So to get started, just would love to hear everybody's name, your business name, where you're calling in from, what neighborhood you're in, and how long you've been in business. So I will start with Doug.
Hi, I'm Doug Whaley. My business is MSW Supply. We have been in business since 2020. Really started doing revenue last year in 22, and hopefully doing more business for 23 and go further.
Awesome. And what neighborhood are you calling in from, or town, or neighborhood?
Oakmont, PA.
All right.
And Marlon, it's good to see you again, my man.
Good to see you too, Doug.
Awesome. And just so you know, too, we'll have more time later in the call to really dive into talking about what your business is. So if anybody's curious, let's hear from you, Sharon. So we'll get your name, your business name, where you're calling in from, and how long you've been in business.
Good afternoon. I am Sharon Brokenbaum, the founder of ROS Professional Partners, management consulting firm. I am here right outside of Philadelphia, PA, and we've been in business since 2016.
Awesome. Great. How about Rachel?
Hi all, I'm actually not a business owner, but I am the business advisor at Chatham Center for Women's Entrepreneurship. So I'm just attending today to learn more about the program for our clients, but I'm calling in from our offices at Chatham East Side over near Bakery Square in Pittsburgh.
Rachel,
Awesome.
thank you for joining us. I look forward to you guys getting this information out to your constituents.
No problem.
And
Thanks, Christina.
absolutely, they are one of our partners for EMSDC Mosaic, doing awesome work with women in Southwestern PA, and I'm sure even beyond.
Yes, thank you so much, all.
Great. And how about Kira or
Hi,
Kyra?
Kira. Hi, I'm
Kira.
Kira.
Oh, got it. All right.
I'm the marketing manager for EMSDC, as well as I'm on the team for the BNAP EMSDC Mosaic program.
Awesome. And Andrew.
Hi, Andrew De Silva. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, downtown Pittsburgh. Started businesses, been around since 2017.
All right, great to meet you all. So Marlon's going to talk a little bit more about the program, and then we will get you off mute again in a little bit and do a bit of an activity. Back to you, Marlon.
Thank you, Shelley. So as I mentioned, we are an owner per owner or peer-to-peer style type of program. And what we like to do is, what I like to say is we bring you guys together to learn what it takes to get real about running your business. We want you to bond. I'm a big sports guy, so I like to call it your own business locker room, where you can just bounce ideas off of each other. You can talk about things. You can really ask questions from people that are actually going through the same thing that you're going through, because I think that's really important. So we're just not talking at you. And Shelley is also a small business owner, so she also is one of our facilitators that lead those discussions. So we really help you just navigate the challenges of running a business. Sometimes when you can't talk to your spouse, or sometimes you and your partner may not see eye to eye, there's the opportunity to come together with other like-minded individuals like yourself to really just talk through challenges that you're facing, and we can try to solve those together in real time. As you can see on the screen, it is something that's virtual. What we've learned is it's really hard to try to get people to leave their businesses for a specific amount of time. So this is a virtual program. We have you come together once a month for 2 hours, and we really just talk through, we like to say we give you an opportunity to work on your business instead of always working in your business. And you may say, why do we do something like this? We were founded a long time ago by a gentleman named Joe Callahan. And because of his experience with the peer group, he helped us really shape what our whole mission statement is. And so I really want to make sure that you know why we do this. And we do this because we believe that you thrive in the presence of a supportive community, which is what this is, a community of entrepreneurs. We believe that learning builds confidence and quickness, and quickens success. We believe that trust is the cornerstone of everything that we do. We believe in making a significant and measurable impact. And more importantly, anybody that comes to be a part of this program, we believe in you. We believe in your business. We believe that you can make an impact in your own communities.
We've developed a 3-year competency model. So as you can see on your screen, we'll go over that in a second, but this is really designed for interactive peer engagement, and it's really responsive to the needs of the group. So here we have different modules in our curriculum where we focus on connection, vision, money, sales, talent, process, and growth. It's not necessarily a left to right. Things could change at any time, but as facilitators, we're constantly thinking about what the group's needs are. And if we see that, it seems like pricing is a topic, we'll bring up pricing. Just today, I had a group this morning and something came up right away, and we were able to shift and have the whole group talk on that for a little bit. But these are really the buckets that we use to make sure that the group's getting the needs versus some other programs that may have week 1 is this, week 2 is this. This really addresses the needs of the individuals in the program to help each other out.
And some of you may be a little surprised that it says 3-year model. We are a 3-year program. So this program in partnership with EMSDC and the MillionBound is a program that will run for 3 years. And we do that, as Shelley mentioned, because as your business grows, we have all these topics you can talk about. So as you grow and get to one revenue threshold, pricing or vision or sales, that conversation looks totally different when you're in one area revenue threshold as opposed to when you cross another revenue threshold. So doing it for 3 years allows you to be able to come back and revisit topics. So we don't just say we're going to talk about this month, this month, that. It's really driven by the entrepreneurs in the group. They talk about topics that are really important to them at the time. And again, as you grow, we can always come back and revisit those topics. But I do want to tell you about who we are, what we do, what it looks like. So I already mentioned earlier, we meet once a month for 2 hours via Zoom. We have about 10 or 12 people and entrepreneurs in a group. You have your own facilitator like Shelly. You have some structured time, you have some unstructured time. You're going to give some updates about your business, but I really want to make sure I stress about the fact that we talk about accountability, and really we also talk about making sure we keep your information confidential. I think that's really important because you're going to share some personal things about your business, and how you generate sales, maybe a marketing plan. You may share some ideas. So we want you to know that whatever you say, as I like to say, we follow Vegas rules. Whatever is said in that session stays in that session. And so I want you to be assured that that's going to be like that. What we aren't is really important as well. We're not a networking group. Some of you may have gone to BNI members meetings, may be a BNI member. This is not what that is. This is truly entrepreneurs coming together to learn from each other. So we don't expect you to bring in other people. We don't expect you to refer people. Now, that may naturally happen amongst yourselves, and we're okay with that. It's also not a casual drop-in program. So we want you to be committed to it. You're going to meet once a month, so that's 12 meetings a year. So just be committed to it. You can miss 2 of them. So if you're on vacation, I don't expect you to Zoom in from the beach somewhere in Hawaii. Like, you don't have to do that. If there's ever an issue and you're like, I need to take care of an issue with my business, we're always going to say, take care of the issue with your business first. And then if time permits, it's a day of a meeting, pop on. If not, we'll connect with one another and we can get you caught up on what you missed in that meeting. It's also not a leads program. So it's not something there I'm saying I'm going to give you 100 leads or get you these names or get you that. It's not. And we're not specifically like sitting in a classroom. So you're not learning. We're not going to give you a lecture. We're not going to put PDFs up on the screen and say, do X, Y, and Z and read this book. That's not what this is. This is really more of a group session that comes together and you're going to say, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I'm having this issue with marketing. So we really want you to understand what we are and what we aren't. Now, what we ask of you, because I get ahead of myself sometimes, again, 10 meetings out of the 12 meetings a year. We want you full participation. So really what that means is you're going to schedule it. You're going to put it on your calendar. You're going to get a reminder the night before. So you get an opportunity to say, hey, I can't make that meeting, or yes, I can make that meeting. Again, I mentioned confidentiality is something. So definitely make sure you know that. I want you in a safe space, because sometimes you're going to be in a position where we're going to be talking about information that's confidential to the group. So if you can't be in a safe space where you don't get interrupted, headphones, like sometimes you might be traveling, like, hey, I've got time to take this meeting, that's okay. And I always like to mention that occasionally we're going to ask you to complete some surveys, give out some results and some information. We also have funders that help give us money and donate to make sure we can provide programs like this for entrepreneurs like yourself. And so they ask information like, how do you do this? How are the members doing? So we may ask you for some results and things like that, so that we can make sure we give them. We never break it down to just specifically individuals. It'll be like, this group did well, this group grew like this, or this group grew something like that, or this group grew 10%. So we make sure we bring it together. But I want you to make sure we don't just individually say, Doug did this, or Andrew did this. Like, we won't say that. So I just want you to be rest assured of that.
All right. So for an activity today, what I really like to do is hear your pitches, what your business pitch is. The reason is, first of all, that's a great way for us to get to know each other, but also a good way for us to give feedback to each other. Because after you give your pitch, I'm going to ask others to see if they have any questions to really help clarify what your business is. And that can kind of teach you, like, hey, wait a minute, maybe I should tweak it a little bit, because it seems like through their questions, they weren't totally sure what I did. So do any business owners want to volunteer to go first, or do you want me to pick on you?
I'll go first.
All
So,
right.
We are MSW Supply, MBA certified supply company in the Pittsburgh area, with a warehouse in Bridgeville, PA, home office in Oakmont, PA. And we supply everything from drywall and construction material, rebar and concrete reinforcement, fabricated rebar and mesh, electrical. We also commercial lighting, and we also do office furniture and office supply. So we have a wide range of products that we can supply. A lot of them with the rebar and the concrete reinforcement and the commercial lighting, we have direct manufacturing access. Others we will broker with different distributors throughout the area and the region.
Great. Does anybody have any top of mind questions?
Doug, who do you target selling to or supplying to?
Supplying to right now GCs and subcontractors.
Got it.
Yeah.
That was actually my top question too. So that would be my one suggestion to add into the pitch is who
Gotcha.
your customer is. Great.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? That was good. Clearly you've done that before. That was good detail. Not an industry that
Yeah.
I'm in, but I could understand what you were doing. So I think with that small tweak, you got it.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew, you're on off of mute. You want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. Farrell Finch is a boutique project consulting firm here in Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania. We service all size companies, a lot of large company work in the project accounting space. So we're all accountants, CPAs. Typically, people are bringing us in for projects due to acquisitions, due to growth, due to divestitures, due to people issues. Our people are people with 20 plus years of experience in the accounting world that will come in and help companies through projects. We also do outsource services for smaller companies, call it $25 million and less, that just don't need and can't really afford to have a CFO in-house. So they might outsource all their accounting to us. And then the third thing we do is retained executive search. So companies may hire us to or retain us to go hire their next CFO or C-level executive. That's
an interesting mix. So you do the accounting services and recruiting?
Yeah, not a lot of recruiting's more on a retained search side. Okay. It's limited. It's typically related to our clients, but we're not, call it the contingent staffing world type of firm.
Great. Anybody have any questions for Andrew? Does it all make sense? We got what he does? All right. Sharon, let's hear from you.
Knew you were going to call on me next. I'm Sharon Brokenbow. I'm the founder of a management consulting firm called ROS Professional Partners, where ROS stands for Realizing Opportunities for Success. We specialize in leadership development, culture transformation. We also offer fractional human resources and operations to our clients. Our main clients are small nonprofits, some for-profits, anywhere from 10 to maybe 300 employees. We do this all through research and peer-reviewed research so that we make sure that we have sustainable and positive, long-lasting impact for our clients.
Awesome. Any questions for Sharon? No? For the businesses and nonprofits, are they focused on anything? Like, is there anything more specific about them besides the size?
No, just the size.
Can you just give us a couple examples of some of them, like what they do?
Sure. So I'll just give you some of our clients now. So one of our clients is a nonprofit. They have about maybe 20 employees. They do lending, and they have lending and savings programs that they do to people who want to start businesses. So they do some real estate loan lending. They do some other commercial lending for people, mostly in disadvantaged communities who want to start businesses. We have another client that, again, is a small nonprofit. They have about maybe 30 employees. We do fractional human resources for them. And then we have a for-profit company that has about maybe 120 employees, and we're doing some culture transformation work for them.
And what does the company do?
The for-profit?
Yeah.
They're in sciences. So
okay. So it really is a range of what the client does.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do you go about finding your customers if there's such a range?
9 times out of 10, they find me. Or or someone refers them. So I've been a little lucky in that respect. But one of the things that I do really want to focus on in the business moving forward is to really do some lead generation of my own. I mean, the referrals and things people find to me by doing a quick, Google search is working. But I do want to have a more steady stream of leads coming in.
All right, great. And we have a question. The question is, what are the average lending amounts?
Oh, that I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you guys were great. It sounds like you've done this before. You've been in business for a while, you've been giving your pitches. I did that as an activity today, first of all, for you guys to get to know each other, but also I was thinking that maybe you wouldn't be as polished as you are and you'd have some good critiquing, but you all did a great job. Normally in these meetings, there are a lot of different types of activities that we do. This morning, we did an activity of just goal setting for the last quarter. Again,
We
some
have a
people
new,
kind of knew what they're working on,
yeah,
but taking the
we have some
time
new
to actually
people.
do it is what really helped. We
Yeah,
also did some time today sharing screens of showing what tools people are using on, what's working well for them. So a lot of that hands-on interaction as well. Like I said, it could be about pricing, could be anything. But sometimes early on, we will look at or have everybody do their pitch, first of all, to get to know each other and then see if there's any feedback that we can give. All
Shelley, it
right,
looks
Max.
like we have
Yeah.
a couple of new people.
Oh, okay, great. Are they in? All right, we have Priya. Priya, can we hear about you and your business?
Sure. Apologies for being late. I just found out about this meeting last night. I did my best to make it. So, my name is Priya. I'm the founder and CEO of Anar Gourmet Foods, and my company crafts all natural gluten-free seasoning kits for authentic infusion Indian food. So here are my kits, and we have simple, fresh ingredients you need, step-by-step directions, and they're delicious. So I know a lot of people love Indian food, but don't know where to start or how to make it. And it can be a bit intimidating to use 25 different spices that are a little bit foreign to what you're using. And it takes hours to make a good dish. So what I do is help people by saving them time, money, and the hassle factor. So it's super simple to make. You cannot mess up if you follow the directions, obviously. And it's very unique to other seasonings on the market. It's because our secret sauce is my grandmother's hot curry powder, which is unique not only to her village, but also to the household. And we don't deviate from the way she makes it. And it takes us about, and this is not kidding, 6 hours to make a small batch of that curry powder. And then we use that as a base for all the other spice mixes that we have. So it's very
Awesome.
special. It's very unique. It's home cooking at its finest. In addition to that, some of the main barriers to cooking Indian food is people think first of all, it's hard to make and that it's too spicy. So I've customized the spicy heat so that you can tailor it according to how much jalapeno you add. So it's really nice fit for households. And in addition to that, I have taken feedback from my husband. He's a Caucasian from Chicago. So he kind of knows what the mass appeal is and the levels of flavors. People like the exotic flavors, but sometimes it might be a little too much for them. So that whole process takes for each recipe, about 3 to 4 months for me to make each recipe. And because we want to make sure when 99% of the people taste it, they love it. And we are in the local Pittsburgh Whole Foods, Giant Eagles, Fresh Times, natural boutique stores, and online. And people, we're very fortunate. People love our spices, and they have given us all 5-star reviews. So you can check that out on our website.
That's awesome. That's great. I was going to ask where you sell it. You said that. What's the name again?
It's called Anar, Anar. That's my son's Rana's name spelled backward. Rana means prince in Hindi. He likes to think it means king in Urdu, which it probably is, but calm down. Let's start with the prince. And Anar is the Hindi word for pomegranate, which is a symbol of fertility, abundance, immortality, and prosperity in Eastern cultures.
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions for Priya? Great job with that. I feel like I was like smelling aromas as you were speaking. So, and I appreciate the offering a level of spiciness because I'm super sensitive myself. That's great. Awesome. All right, we have Malik. Can we hear from you? We'd love to hear about your business.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm actually a serial entrepreneur out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but my main business is a title insurance company called Pittsburgh Minority Real Estate Group. We service the Pennsylvania and New Jersey areas, but we also pride ourselves in working with the community. We do webinars to teach people about title insurance, and we also consult a lot of individuals on either transferring deeds into businesses or, family trusts and stuff like that. So we work hard to make sure people have the knowledge they need to make good decisions in the real estate world, and that we can work with the banks and the local organizations in the area to make sure that all of us can, work together to help the communities in the right way.
Awesome. Any questions for Malik?
All right.
Well, thanks for joining. That was a great pitch.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And it looks like we have, I think, Doug. Did he speak?
Yes, he started.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Shall-
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
should
you.
we give a little bit of a snippet of an overview for the folks who just got to join us?
Yes, I can read
And
that.
I can definitely start. Hello, I am Tristina Cash, and I apologize for being off camera. I'm Executive Vice President for the Eastern Minority Supplier Development Council. We are one of 23 regional affiliates of the National Minority Supplier Development Council. We're best known for providing the minority business certification that corporate buyers want, that's recognized nationwide as well as abroad. And speaking of abroad, we currently have an international trade mission delegation in London who landed last night and will be there for a few days at an international conference there. We also do work to help develop, advocate, and connect MBEs to buyers, whether they're corporate buyers, institutions, or agencies. Some of our members in Allegheny County include the county, city of Pittsburgh, universities, colleges, local corporate members like Duquesne Light, PPG. We also have local members who are at the national level like UPMC and Highmark Health, just to name a few. And Giant Eagle Priya is one of our corporate members as well. And I think you mentioned someone else who's a corporate member. And so we're a corporate membership nonprofit. We have approximately 100 corporate members. You definitely want to get connected with EMSDC, everybody who's on here. So our certification is for businesses that are at least 51% owned and controlled by designated minorities. That would include African American, Native American, Asian, Pacific Islander, etc., and Latino. We are partnered today in this information session with this highly esteemed group, Entrepreneurs Forever, which is also headquartered in Pittsburgh, but doing business across the country as well. We are partnering with them on starting our Business Navigator Accelerator program. We call it BNAP oftentimes. We have given it a cuter name, calling it EMSDC Mosaic. And the reason for that is we recently received funding from the YWCA of Greater Pittsburgh to help to get this BNAP off the ground. We're partnered with several local organizations, including represented by Rachel today, Chatham Center for Women Entrepreneurship. They're an SBA group, one of the very few dedicated to women entrepreneurs, as well as Catalyst Connection. They do a lot with manufacturing. Priya, if you're not connected with them, definitely reach out because we want to make sure that we're doing work with you. And we also have an awesome program with our national corporate member, Airmark, that we'll be putting out next year. And some of our perfect people and I'll introduce our team as well. Catalyst Connection, Riverside Center for Innovation, Penn State Entrepreneurship Assistance Clinic, which is providing free legal services. And I keep forgetting the fourth one, and I apologize. We'll also be partnered with Davis Consulting Group. This funding that we receive from the Y is specifically targeted for women-owned and minority-owned businesses that are headquartered in Allegheny County. Now, some of the people who are on today's call are not in Allegheny County. You are in Philadelphia. Please know that this is the first of many cohorts that we will be supporting across our entire footprint. Our footprint is all of Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Southern New Jersey. So our plans are to replicate this throughout our territory at the very least. So please don't worry about it. And a lot of our corporate members have indicated their interest in helping to actually support this program. So that's for you, Sharon. Okay. And I appreciate you being on the line. I do, before turning this back over to our awesome partners, Entrepreneurship Forever, I want to introduce the rest of the EMSDC team who is on here that we couldn't do anything without them. I want to start with Aaliyah Bunch. And Aaliyah Bunch is actually our Director of MBE Services. She is your go-to person for being connected and corporate introductions, etc. Also on the call are Kira Cofield, who is our marketing manager. If you go onto our website, please connect to our company page for Eastern Minority Supplier Development Council. She's responsible for our newsletter, our digital media, and all things our marketing and communications. Also in the background is Meg Markley. Meg and I are actually Pittsburghers. So some of the team is in Philly or on that side of our territory, and some of the team are in Pittsburgh. So Meg Markley is our Senior Director of Technical and Administrative, and another team member that we have in Pittsburgh is our Senior Director of Certification. We have a number of resource partners that we work with, including WeBack East, who will be partnered with us on some of the work that we're doing. And please also check out our event calendar as well. If you are not certified and you're seeking certification, you'll want to reach out to us to chat about that. If you need some assistance, we could talk with you about that also. And another corporate member that we have, Priya, I just keep thinking about food, is the Giant Company, who we're doing a lot of work with as well. So I know that I've taken up a lot of time. That wasn't my intention, but I know that some folks that were joining a little bit later didn't know, hey, how did this program come to pass? And we hope that not only will you take this in and also register to learn more about this opportunity, which is a 3-year opportunity, but everything else that EMSDC is doing and doing with their partners, how this came about, and please also share it out with your people who are in your own circles of influence, sister and fellow entrepreneurs as well. And Andrew, I've already checked out your profile. Please reach out to me. In the chat, I have included my virtual business card. Kira has added in some of our website information, and I've also put in a link on a recent newsletter that I composed that talks about how the funding, how we were able to get the funding for this opportunity to stand up BNAP. So Marlon and Shelley, I'll turn this back over to you. Thank you for allowing me another moment to provide additional information.
No problem. Thank you very much. Priya, before I go, I thought I saw your hand up, so I just wanted to make sure you didn't have, your question was answered.
Yes, thank you so much. I apologize, but I little bit, I just need a little bit more clarity. So I have applied to the EMDC for membership. I actually just sent in that application last week. I am part of a one-year program for Entrepreneur Forever, and I am certified with the WeBack East. So my question is, and I'm also in Giant Eagle, Trishina, thank you.
Yeah.
But not in Giant. So my question is, since I'm already part of the Entrepreneur one-year program, do I still apply for this, or how does that work?
That's a Marlon question.
You don't need to apply since you're already a member. We can talk about what that looks like, what group you're in, and if you want to then, once we get this group pretty filled, and you're like, hey, I want to be a part of this group, then we can talk about what that looks like.
Okay. So I should just wait to hear from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So for those of you still on the call that are like, okay, this sounds good. This sounds like something that I want to be a part of. This is how you become a member. So I am putting a direct link into the chat as well. But there's also a QR code over here. So if you have your phone, you can scan it, or you can click on that link. It'll take you to our application. One of the things that I want to make sure I point out is this is all done at no cost to you. Because of a partnership, EMSDC has decided that they're going to fully fund this group for you for 3 years. So you just need to see the value and be a part of it. And so the first step is to complete an application to say, yes, I want to claim one of those 12 seats and be a part of that, Marlon. I've already have all your names written down. So then as I see your application come through, I will then pull it and grab it and then do the outreach to all of you directly on what the next steps would be. And so when you get in, if you click on it, it's going to ask you a few questions. The first question is going to be, are you full-time in your business? How long have you been in your business? And what your revenues are. Typically, what we say is you need to be 1 year in your business. You need to be full-time in your business, and you need to have revenues of about 30,000 and under $1 million. So don't worry about if you hit all those thresholds just yet. Just fill out the application if it's interesting to you. I will say we do have some messages that default on how you answer those questions, but you can disregard those prompts that you may get because I will still reach out to you regardless. And then we can have that conversation on what the next step should be and where you should be placed once we have all the information that we need. And then once you do that, you are going to select a community. If you go through and you hit yes, yes, yes to all three, what it'll ask you to do is pick a community. You're going to pick the community that says EMSDC. So we already have it set up so that anybody that applies from these info sessions will drop into their own group. So it makes it specifically easier on our end to reach out and contact you. And then you would attend your first meeting. So tentatively, once we get to 12, we're hoping to have this group filled and launched by sometime in October. Or November at the latest. So pray you're already in some meetings so you can continue to go to yours, and then we can have our own internal discussion on how that goes and what we should look like and if we're going to move you into this group or not.
Thank you.
And then I will say, if you're still on the fence, you're not sure of what this is or if it's a good fit, or if you're worried about the time, we haven't set the time for the group yet. That will actually be decided by the members on what day works best and what time works best. But we do also have free programs and free classes that you can take advantage of. So we did miss a couple. We had one last week. We have something called Forever Forward. So we don't have another one scheduled yet, but it will be coming up. We do that every second Friday of the month. So it will be coming one up in October. You missed a great and good company this morning. We did a roundtable with all of some of our members on how to do e-commerce and how they became successful at it. But we do have one coming up on Monday that you're all free to join as well. And it's going to be by our CEO, AJ Drexler, and she's going to talk about value in your business. And so you can click that QR code. You can go to our website and click on the tabs events where entrepreneursforever.org. If you want to go there, you can just click on events and then it'll give you the link to sign up for those as well. And then do you have any questions?
Nice. I think Christina and Marlon gave so much information. We don't have a lot of questions here. Looking in the Q&A feature, if you want to ask any questions in the Q&A, feel free to add them there or in the chat. Or it looks like Meg had brought a lot of you guys up as panelists, so you can jump on camera if you like. Raise your hand and jump on camera and ask a question as well. I'm not sure if we shared Marlon's contact information if you guys wanted to follow up afterwards, if you wanted more details about the program. So I guess we will make sure that we will do that. Just want to make sure we're not missing anyone. Here we are. Thank you for that, Marlon. So we're really excited about the partnership. I'm Aaliyah. I'm back here. I'm in the background taking notes and just learning a lot myself. So just making sure that we're not missing anyone. And I'm not sure if you guys had anything else, Shelly or Marlon, in store for our attendees today. Seems like we've made it through our info session. And if you guys don't have any questions, will this information be available, Meg? I'm not sure. We usually record some of our sessions, make them available for our attendees that registered. I don't know, Meg, if you want to answer that question. Is that something that we'll be making available afterwards?
Well, what I can say is if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My business card is in the chat, and as well as my email address.
All right, you guys heard it. Got Christina's information, so you should be in the loop. So if that's going to be all for today, Christina, should we wrap up this call? And looking forward to connecting with you folks. And as we mentioned earlier, please share this information with anyone that may be in Allegheny County that may be able to utilize this amazing resource. We are here to serve, and we're definitely looking forward to the success of everyone's business. So please feel free to spread the word. We're looking forward to hearing from the community and how we could serve.
And by the way, if you, wherever you are, if you're not actually in Allegheny County or whoever you spread the word out to, we'll be happy to learn of those companies also. They just provide us with additional information to build a case for getting more funding.
For sure. Thank you, Justina. Yeah, this is an exclusive program, but like she said, we service the entire Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Southern Jersey. So feel free to invite anyone to learn more about what we're doing across the region and beyond, as Justina keeps mentioning. But yes, we are beyond the region. So thank you guys so much. It's nice to meet all of you and hope to work with you guys in the near future.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.